Hi there, hello there, my name is Craft, and much like many people in the Minecraft community, I've been playing the game for quite a long time. I started out in Pocket Edition and had lots of fun despite the limited platform. One of the things I liked to do in those early days was look at the skin packs available in the shop, and 3 of those skin packs shined above the others, at least for me. These were the Biome Settlers Skin Packs. These 3 packs had small groups of skins themed around popular biomes of the game, and each of these skins had unique designs based on their role in their respective team, like hunters, archers, brewers, etc. These skins filled me with so much joy back in the day, so I decided to look back on all 3 skin packs and rank all the skins in a tier list based on which ones I think look the best. This will be a fun one, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, first we have skin pack number 1. We'll start off with the Tundra group. First off, we have the Tamer. This one looks pretty interesting. It looks like a nice little coat guy. This one's like a solid A tier. Next one, we have the Archer. This one's also pretty cool. I like the mask. It's like a nice ninja mask. This one I'll go ahead and put in B tier. Next up, the Brawler. The Brawler is, it's a brawler. This one I'll put in B tier. It's okay. Next we have the Brewer. Why is the Brewer here twice? Why? How did this happen? I like the coat. I'll go ahead and put it in A tier. It's neat. Next up, the Engineer. The Engineer, is pretty neat. I like the goggles. I'll go ahead and put this in A tier as well. Next up, we have the Griefer. It's alright. It's C tier. The Hunter. The Hunter is also pretty good, but also not that great. I'll put it like in B tier. And finally, for the Tundra section, we have the Stray. This is an interesting part of this first skin pack, because they actually canonized some of the skins in here into the game. And so this one's actually interesting because it was one of those canonized mobs. But the skin itself is also pretty cool. This one's like a high A tier. It's just a real neat concept. And honestly, if they had like a variant of the normal Stray that actually looked like the skin, it would be pretty cool. And a nice throwback to the history of Minecraft and the skin pack. Moving on to the next group, we have the Forest group. First off, we have the Griefer. Its smile is creepy. I guess I'll put this one in, like, C tier? I don't know, the smile really throws me off. The Archer. This one's pretty cool. He has that leaf aesthetic. It's, like, covered in leaves. That always looks good. I'll put this one in, like, A tier. It's a nice solid one. The Brawler. This one's actually a little bit better of a brawler because it actually, he looks like he can do a little bit more damage with his fists, you know? This one I'll put in A tier. The Brewer. He has that nice dwarf beard, but do I see him brewing potions? I see him more so wielding an axe other than like brewing potions, so I'll put them in like B tier. The Engineer. This one's, yeah, it's alright. Not as good as the other Engineer from the Tundra. Next up, we have the Hunter. The Hunter of this one, it's B tier. Yeah, that's fair. Then we have the Tamer. Now, I believe this is the one that, like, tames wolves. That's pretty cool. Although the skin itself, why is the hair like that? Are those buns, or is it just, like, streaking back, kind of like Phoenix Wright? I can't tell. So let's go in C tier. And then we have the Wood Beast. Now, this is the only one of the 3 mobs that hasn't been canonized, which I would just love to see Mojang add a Wood Beast to the game. We could use all 3 mobs. So, part of my campaign to add it to the game, I will add it to S tier. And even just as a skin as itself, I think it's actually really, really good. And lastly, for this skin pack, we have the Desert group. First off, we have the Tamer. This one's actually pretty nice. I will say the desert people are a little bit more basic. They look more like what you'd expect adventurers to look like. Although I don't think that's a bad thing at all. In fact, it makes them look a little bit more solid. For the Desert Tamer, I would put them in a solid A tier. The Desert Archer, I would put them also in solid A. I like the scarf. The Desert Brawler, I would put them in about B tier. The Brewer. Ooh, I like this one. They look very scholarly. Like, they know their potions, and they can brew up some mean ones. This one, I actually really like it. It's S tier for me. The Engineer. It's alright. It's alright. The Griefer. I like the headband. obviously. But I would just put them in B tier. I don't know. They just look more basic than the rest of them. The hunter. What are they hunting? Are they hunting like desert rabbits? I don't like that. You are going in C tier for your crimes against rabbits. And lastly, for this pack, we have the husk. This version of the husk, it looks more lifeless than the one that's actually in the game. So I think this one actually like fulfills the role a bit better. This one is gonna go in A tier. I don't know, it just looks nice. So that's it for skin pack number 1. Now we move on to skin pack number 2, where we have the Mooshroom group and the Nether group. Let's start off with the Mooshroom group. First we have the Tamer. This one's alright. I mean, not really much to say about it. They just kind of look normal. I'll put them in B tier. The Archer. I like this one. It makes it look like a nice cloak. I'll put this one in A tier. Ooh, I like this one, the Brawler. They use mushrooms as like punching gloves, and I think that's just a very funny visual. Someone putting mushrooms on their hands and just beating the life out of whoever crosses them. I just like the creativity of this one. This one is actually going in S tier. It's fun. The Brewer. This one just looks like Nick Fury from Secret Invasion. Removing myself from that thought, though, it looks good. I'll put them in like A tier. I like the eye patch. That's nice. Next, we have the Engineer. This one, they're alright. I'll put them in B tier. Then we have the Explorer with this big stupid hat that they'd wear. I'll put them in C tier. Next, we have the Farmer. Nice farmer design. Very mushroomy, but also it's a farmer. Nothing really to write home about. I'll put them in like B tier. They're just okay. The Forager. They look like they've been roughing it for a while. I'll put them in B tier. Yeah, because it's just a farmer with extra steps. Actually, a farmer with less steps, but you get it. Next up, we have the Griefer. This one's actually pretty neat. I like the beard. I'll put it in C tier. The Hunter. Ooh, I like this one. They just have a mushroom cap on as like a straw hat. It's actually pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and put this in like A tier. It's just, they look mean. Actually, no. I think I like the concept enough for it to be S tier. It's just fun. Now we have the Mushroom Miner. Yeah, they look like they've been down in the mines for quite a bit. I'll put this one in like A tier. It's solid enough. Then we have the Mushroom Glutton. Oh my gosh, what happened to them? How many mushrooms did they eat for it to be sprouting out of their shoulders? That concept is terrifying, just being like, this is essentially the Last of Us, like, cordyceps. Still an interesting skin, though. I'll put this like an S tier because it's just like a terrifying thought, but still like a really nicely designed skin. Now for the Nether group, which we have the Tamer, and they're alright. I'll put them in like A tier. It's solid. Next we have the Archer. This one's like okay, I'll put them in like C tier. I don't really think much of this Archer. Banished. Ooh, okay, this one's like a Minecraft Blaze, but if it was like a skin, this would be pretty cool to encounter as like a rare variant of the Blaze. I'll put them like in S tier because it just like looks so cool. The Brawler. I mean, I like the mask. I'll put them in like B tier. They're kind of the same as the Tundra Brawler, aren't they? Actually, no, it's more of a combination of the Archer and the Brawler. Ooh, the Brewer, another scholarly guy. They look like the head of like a wizard school or something. They actually look like the kind of person to actually have figured out some of these recipes for brewing. Like they wrote the book on it. I'll go ahead and put them in S tier. I don't know, I just like the people who know what they're doing, or at least look like they know what they're doing, so they're going in S tier. The next one is the Engineer. I mean, it's alright.
Like...
I'll put that in B tier. Yeah. Ooh, I like this one, the Explorer. The amount of times I've actually tried to put my skin in this suit, because it's just like a nice like hazmat suit. Honestly, I just really like this one. I want to try and tackle this project again. I'll put it in S tier. Like, it just fits super well. The Extinguisher. So this is the person who puts out all the fires in the Nether. I'll put them in A tier. That looks nice. The Wart Farmer. So why do you have warts on your arm? That's disgusting. Oh, no. I don't like this one. This one's going in C tier. It's not, like, horrible. I just don't like looking at it. The griefer. It looked like you spent too much time with the wart farmer and you're starting to have like an allergic reaction with those puffed up cheeks. Go to C tier. It's just like eh. Then we have the hunter. Now this one's interesting because they actually put wither skeleton bones as their armor, and that's pretty badass. That's pretty cool. I mean, I just gotta put them like A tier because like it's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it's pretty cool. And then we have the miner. I like the ghast mask. Gas mask, but it's a ghast, so ghast mask. This one's actually going in B tier. I don't know, I just like its aesthetic. And lastly, we get to pack number 3, where we have, once again, 3 tribes, but they do something interesting with the last tribe. We'll get to that later. First, we'll go into the end group. First off, we have the engineer. I kind of like this one, because it just makes them look more mysterious. Actually, all the people in the end just have that mysterious vibe to them. I'll go ahead and put them like in A tier. The archer. Now, this one's really cool, because like they actually use like an ender pearl as like a scope, so that's actually pretty cool. I'll put them in A tier. That actually is nice. The brawler. They don't really identify as a brawler to me though. Like, how am I supposed to know that they punch people's shit in? This one I'll put in B tier. It's a solid design, but not really a solid design for a brawler. The brewer. Ooh. Okay, this guy looks mysterious. I'll put them in S tier. I like the mysterious, like, I like the mystery vibe to them. The griefer. What's up with that hat they're wearing? Like, are those rods? Are those just like little bits of cloth just hanging in its face? I don't get it. This one's going in C tier. It's kind of weird. The hunter. I like the mask on this one. I'll go ahead and put him in B tier because it's not as interesting as like using like an actual item. The tamer. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one. Doesn't really do a good job as identifying as a tamer, but this one just, it looks super cool, honestly. I'll put this one in like A tier. Then we have the zealot. Now, this one's interesting because it's essentially just like a walking end portal frame. I'll just put it like in A tier. It does its job. Now for the ocean group. Now, they do something interesting with these ones, where they're not really humans, they're fish people. So the designs of them are a little bit more exotic. First up, we have the archer. I mean, it's alright. Like B tier. The brawler. Ooh, I actually like this brawler, mainly because they have like that scuba helmet, like that's made of like heavy metal. And I'm pretty sure their gauntlets have that sort of same thing in there, so they can do some serious damage and take a lot of damage. Like, I imagine them being like brutal tanks. This one's going in S tier. This is like the best brawler design I think I've seen, aside from the mushroom one. I still think the mushrooms are funny. The brewer. They look like they know what they're doing. Yeah. I'll put this one in A tier. Engineer. It's okay. C tier. The griefer. It's okay. Put it in C tier. The hunter. I mean, it's alright. Put it in B tier, actually. The tamer. What's up? This one's going in C tier. The zealot. This one is a guardian. So at least that has something interesting going on with it. This one, I'll put it in A tier. And now for the most interesting group on this list, and the final group, we have the Farland group, where essentially the Minecraft developers acknowledged the Farlands that would generate. And some of these are like super abstract, like they're crazy. Like take this one, the archer. They have an arrow straight through their head and their face is just like off to the side. It's super crazy. I'd put them in like B tier. Like, I'm surprised they're still alive. The brawler, what's up with their eyes? Their fists actually look like cartoonishly big, so at least there's that. But like, I feel like they'd be missing their punches a lot, so they're also going in B tier. The brewer they are literally a potion. They know potions better than anybody, so they're probably the best brewer in this entire list. They're going in S tier. That's just funny. Ooh, the engineer. Did they lose their eye? Why is there just like a cavern there? Oh, that's terrifying. No, that one's going in like C tier. I don't like that one. Ooh, the Griefer. Their head is sideways. I don't really vibe with this one. Yeah, it's weird. I'll put this in F tier. I don't like it. The Hunter. This one's C tier. Still a crazy design, but I just don't vibe with it. The Miner. It's solid. It has the torchlight on its head. B tier. The Tamer. Okay, this one's kind of terrifying because on the back of their head, they have a wolf head. Like, they merged with a wolf and it mutated into this, like, crazy abomination. It's scary, but I like the concept. I think it's one of the more creative ones in this list. I'll go ahead and put it in like an S tier because it's just creative enough to be like a really cool skin to like have in like Halloween gatherings on servers. Very interesting. And last but not least, we have the Farland Zealot. This one is just essentially like a D&D character. Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's alright. I'll put it in C tier. I feel like that's a fair place to put it. And so yeah, this is all the skins from all the 3 skin packs ranked. These have been really interesting. But even despite my rankings, all of these are like super unique, and I would love to see like someone like incorporate these skins as like NPCs in like a project. I think that would be pretty cool and would add like life to like certain village areas. That would be pretty cool. And yeah, thank you for watching. This was super fun for me, so I might rank more skin packs from back in the day. I don't know. Let me know if y'all want to see that sort of thing. Be sure to like and subscribe or something. And I'm out of here.